Welcome to Filmwar. Let's cut the shit. This is a movie games podcast, so every second not spent playing movie games is a second wasted. We'll be playing several games today, and our contestants will be competing for points in those games. Whoever has the most at the end will be declared our winner. And remember, we do not say the word Goonies on this show. If you say the word Goonies, you will have points deducted.
But there'll be a warning first.
Our prize for today is a VHS cassette copy of Jackass the Movie. Does that get you guys raring to go?
Can I say goon?
Jackass the Movie. You guys like this?
Yeah, sure. It's good.
Today we have Brent. Say hello.
Hi, Brent.
Kyle. Say hello.
Hi, Kyle.
And Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm a Pisces.
Our icebreaker question for today is, what was the first film you ever saw in a theater? Scott, you go first.
God. Jaws, 1975.
Jaws. Good favorite. Kyle, what was yours?
Babe, Pig in the City.
Babe, Pig in the City. The second one, the sequel, not even the original.
Actually, it was the original. No, the original was Gordy. It was a pig movie that preceded the Babe dynasty.
Right, the original. The Hydrox to the Babe's Oreo.
Right.
Brent?
I actually got an interesting story here.
Okay,
I believe the first one was Smurf and the Magic Flute. And it probably would have been...
theatrical release?
Yeah, and it probably would have been, about 5 maybe, around about. Maybe younger. And apparently I had to go to the bathroom mid-movie, and they wouldn't take me. And so finally, at some point, I just decided to scream my dick hurts really loud in the theater, and we left the movie.
This game is called Roll Call.
All right, our first game is Roll Call. I will be naming an actor, and you will each bet how many of their films you can name. Whoever bets higher will have the opportunity to meet their bet by naming that number of films. If they don't reach their bet, their opponent will receive 1 point. Your actor today is Mike Myers. Brent, how many Mike Myers movies can you name?
I'm going to go 5.
5. Kyle, how many do you think you can name?
6.
6. Scott, Mike Myers. How many Mike Myers movies do you think you can name?
I'll go 7.
7. You think you can name 7 Mike Myers movies? All right, Brent, do you think you can beat 7, or are you going to let Scott go? You'd have to say 8 Mike Myers movies.
I'll go for 8.
8. Wow, Brent's pushing 8. Kyle, do you think you can do 9, or are we going to stop there?
I definitely have seen more than 8, but I wouldn't be able to remember them right now. So,
all right, so Brent's 8.
pass.
And Scott, are you going to go with 9, or are you going to let Brent name 8?
I can't believe we were saying Mike Myers has been in 9 movies.
Yeah, he does not have a very long list, I will say that.
He does.
Now remember, if Brent can't name 8, you and Kyle both receive a point, so
what do I got to say?
we'll just stick with Brent's 8. I need 8 Mike Myers movies from you, Brent. You can start whenever you'd like.
So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Correct.
Wayne's World.
Correct.
Wayne's World 2.
Correct.
Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Oh,
Correct.
Austin Powers, Gold Member.
yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Oh, this is where I'm going to
3 more.
I can't. The Austin Power 2.
Austin, you already named Austin Powers 2. That was The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Okay, so Austin Powers. Is that just the original?
I need a full title.
The Man. Oh, man. Austin Powers, The Man Lost in Time.
No, that's not correct.
Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery.
That's 6. Need 2 more.
Uh,
He has another franchise.
I know 2 more franchises.
He's also had a lot of weird small roles in big movies.
yeah, those are ones I'm trying to come up with right now.
I need another one quick.
Nope, I guess I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh, wow. All right. He stopped at 6. Kyle and Scott both get a point.
Cat in the
No,
Hat. There's
I know
Wayne's
other-
World.
yeah.
Yeah, the
a
Shrek
couple.
movies.
Inglourious
Inglourious
Bastards. Bohemian
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yep.
I forgot that one, too.
All right, still good showing. 6 of them. It's too bad you didn't get a point for
I
that.
should have got Cat in the Hat.
This game is called High Low.
All right, the next game is High Low. In this game, you'll each be guessing whether an average rating on Letterboxd is higher or lower than 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars is the line for every film. If you choose correctly, you will get a point. Kyle, do you want a film from 1980 or 1989?
89.
1989. Your film is The Little Mermaid, the Disney animated original. Do you think that film is higher or lower than 3.5 stars on Letterboxd?
You know, I don't see a lot of the target audience for Little Mermaid being on Letterboxd.com, so I'm going to say lower.
Kyle says low. Brent, what do you say? Higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher? Scott, what do you say? Higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher. Scott and Brent both get a point. It was
I've
higher.
gotten one of these letterbox things right. I should go to that website more.
3.7 stars on Letterboxd. Little Mermaid was. All right, Brent, do you want a film from 1980 or 1996?
96.
1996. The film is Independence Day. Do you think it's higher or lower than 3.5 stars on Letterboxd?
Higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
Scott, what do you say? Independence Day, the original. Do you think the Letterboxd users say it's higher or lower than 3.5 stars?
Higher.
Higher?
They loved it. Yeah, they loved it.
And Kyle, what do you say?
Higher.
Higher? No points. 3.3 stars.
Jeez.
Kyle, I feel like you should pull a George Costanza and do the exact opposite of every decision you come up with.
All right, next one I'll do the opposite.
Kyle, do you want a film from 2007 or 1991?
2007.
2007, that film is I Am Legend, the Will Smith sci-fi vehicle. Do you think it's higher or lower than 3.5 stars?
All right, I honestly think it's lower, so I'm going to say higher.
Higher? Scott, what do you say? Higher or lower? I Am Legend.
It was a box office bomb.
I Am Legend
Lower.
made some money. Scott says lower. Brent, what do you say? Higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower? Kyle, you should have went with your gut for that one. Scott and Brent both get a point. It was 3.3 stars. It was lower.
Shucks.
I mean, it's a great premise, but...
All right, Kyle, I'll let you choose the year again. Do you want 1980 or 1991?
91.
1991. Your film is What About Bob? Bill Murray, Richard Dreyfuss.
I hope it's...
Sure
all right.
You're all
I
loved.
honestly... Oh, wait, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Higher or lower?
I honestly think it's higher, but I'm going to say lower because I'm going with the opposite.
Kyle says lower. Brent, what do you say?
Higher.
Higher. Scott, what do you say?
I'll go lower.
Lower? Kyle and Scott get a point. It was lower, 3.4 stars, and one that I'm very angry about. I love that film. It should definitely be
I love
higher
it too.
than 3.5
I think
stars.
it's great. I hope they don't remake
these
it.
ratings are so different than what I would have thought they would be.
They're talking about remaking with The Rock and Kevin Hart.
Brent, do you want a film from 1980 or 2004?
2004.
2004. Your film is Napoleon Dynamite, a film that you've based your entire life off of, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Do you think it's higher or lower than 3.5 stars?
Higher.
Brent says higher. Scott, what do you say?
It was a box office darling. It was the cult. I'll go higher.
Higher. Scott says higher. Kyle, what do you say?
I love that movie, so I'm going to go with higher.
Higher. Everybody gets a point. 3.6 stars on Letterboxd. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Good.
Okay, at the end of that game, Scott has 5. Kyle and Brent are tied for second place at 3 apiece.
When I'm good, I'm good. Woo.
But when you're bad, you're better.
Oh, God. Come on.
This game is called The Imposter.
The next game is The Imposter. For this game, I'll be naming a film and 3 actors. 2 of those actors are in the film. The third is not. It's up to you to figure out who is the imposter, asking each one of you a separate question. So, Scott, we'll go with you first. Do you want a film from 2000 or 2004?
2000.
2000. Remember, this is a question just for Scott. The film is The Perfect Storm. Philip Seymour Hoffman, William Fichtner, Christopher McDonald.
William Fichtner.
Final decision?
Yep.
Incorrect.
God.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is not in that movie. William Fichtner is in that
Oh,
movie.
I was thinking. Oh, you got me on that. They got the similar names. Dang it. You were thinking about that John C. Reilly, so you try to throw it.
John C. Reilly's in that film.
Yes.
All right, Brent, do you want a film from 2010 or 2017?
That's the booze.
2017.
2017. Your film is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Have you ever seen it? I believe it's
is
the
that the third
fourth.
one?
I think it's the fourth or no, it's the fifth, I believe.
There's a 5? There's a 5.
Yeah, I think there's, yeah. So you don't know anything about this movie. Okay, your cast is Orlando Bloom, Keith Richards, Paul McCartney. Who was not in that film?
Paul McCartney.
You don't think Paul McCartney was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales? Final answer.
Why would I think that he would be? Keith Richards would be more likely, in my opinion.
Incorrect. Paul McCartney is in that movie. Keith
What
Richards
a
is
son
not.
of a crap. This is bullshit.
Keith Richards is like the first 3. But yeah,
Are you
Paul
shitting
McCartney's
me?
just-
He's actually in
Yes.
them?
Yes, he plays Jack Sparrow's dad in the first, I think the second and
Okay.
third one. Yeah, but Paul
Never
McCartney
seen
is
him.
in that fifth one or whatever.
Doing
No
what?
point.
All right. Well, I'm never gonna watch that.
Don't. It's awful. I have watched it. It's really bad. Kyle, do you want a film from 2013 or 2001?
2001.
Your film is Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton remake. Your cast is Paul Giamatti, Winona Ryder, Charlton Heston. Who is not in that movie?
I don't know if Charlton Heston was in the second one or the remake. Was he? Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston is your final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect. He is in that movie. Winona Ryder is not.
It's been 21 years since I've seen it.
Yeah. All right, Scott. Your film is from 2004. 50 First Dates. Have you seen it?
Never heard of it.
It's Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. She's got
They got
memory
a date
issues.
50 times or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Amnesia.
Yeah, amnesia. She has amnesia.
She's
All right,
got
your cast is Maya Rudolph, Kevin James, Christopher Walken. Who was not in that movie?
I'll go with Maya Rudolph.
Incorrect. Maya Rudolph was in that movie. Christopher Walken was not.
Oh, he's always in Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, that's the game. It's the fucking
God.
game. All right, Brent. Your film is from 2010. It is called Date Night.
Yep.
Your cast is Gal Gadot,
Yep.
John Bernthal, Woody Harrelson. Who was not in Date Night?
Woody Harrelson.
That's correct. Brent gets a point. Okay, Kyle, your year is 2013. Your film is Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. Your cast is Drake, Ludacris, Kanye West. Who was not in Anchorman 2?
That just really doesn't matter. Ludacris was not in it.
Can I do the steal?
Kyle gets a point. Ludacris was not in that movie. No
Drake
need
was
for a
in
steal.
that?
Yeah, Drake was in that.
Ludacris was a little dated by that time.
Yeah, but he's still in the Fast and Furious movies, though. So
Right.
You should.
He's still got his spot in the sun. Okay, this one's for all three of you. Whoever says it first will get the point. Everybody ready?
Drake.
It.
2004, The Lady Killers.
Tom Hanks.
Bruce Campbell, Stephen Root, Tim Blake Nelson.
Tim Blake
Bruce
Nelson.
Campbell.
Scott gets it. Tim Blake Nelson was not in that film.
I did see that in theaters.
I don't remember Bruce Campbell being in it.
At the end of that game, Scott has 6, Kyle has 4, Brent has 4. Still tied for second place.
This game is called Meetings and Failures and Meetings.
In 2003, Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation was released in Portugal with the title Meetings and Failures and Meetings, hence the name of this game. I'll be telling you the title of a popular film, but it'll be the name is released as in another country, and you have to guess which movie it is. You can all answer whenever you want, so just yell it out as soon as you know it. There's no demerit for wrong answers, and as you just heard, Scott does not like this game. I think, Brent, you're not a big fan of this game anymore either, are you?
I don't know. I always seem to do all right at it.
Yeah, you did. For the first couple games, I feel like you did, but then they've certainly gotten harder over the weeks.
Yeah, so have I.
Rosemary's Baby.
Brent's operating with a half job, at least a half job, right?
At least.
This film is from 1977. What 1977 film was released in Germany with the title Urban Neurotic?
Urban Cowboy.
Incorrect.
The Burbs.
Incorrect. Urban Neurotic. Incorrect. 1977. 1977.
Oh, wait, Rain Man's probably the 80s.
Oh, it's
Urban
A
Neurotic.
Jerk.
Incorrect.
Stir Crazy.
Incorrect. Any last guesses?
yeah, but I don't know why I can't come up with
Urban
the name.
Neurotic.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Incorrect. Kyle, I know for a fact. I think I watched this movie with you, Kyle.
Falling Down.
You've seen it. Falling Down is
Wall?
incorrect.
I don't know.
1977. That 1977 film released in Germany with the title Urban Neurotic was Annie Hall.
Okay.
God.
Wow.
Lame.
Yeah.
That's actually not
Why
one
is it
I
called
know as
Annie
well as
Hall?
others.
What is called Annie Hall? I mean, what you got to do all that?
Well, if it was just called Annie Hall, this game wouldn't exist. So I'm glad they
Well,
called it something
that just
different.
wouldn't be a question in the game.
All right,
Sure.
1995. What 1995 film was released in Hong Kong with the title The Happy Dumpling to Be Who Talks and Solves Agricultural Problem?
E.T.
Incorrect.
Gremlins.
Incorrect.
dumpling?
The happy dumpling to be who talks and solves agricultural problem.
What was the year?
1995. Incorrect. 1995 was the year. This movie has
Encounters
been
of the
referenced
Third
tonight.
Kind.
Incorrect. 1995.
Jaws.
Oh, I thought you said 80.
The happy dumpling to be who talks and solves agricultural problem.
Home Alone.
Who talks and solves.
Field of Dreams.
Incorrect.
God, something about dumpling and agriculture. I mean, somebody with like a.
Who solves agricultural problems?
Oh,
Napoleon Dynamite. I guess no.
We have already spoken about this movie tonight. That film was Babe.
Oh God.
Babe, the happy dumpling to be who talks and solves agricultural problem.
Yep, you're right.
You
You're right.
guys like Babe?
No. Loved it.
It's
Cried
all
like a
right.
baby, man.
I like that movie. James Cromwell, perfect in
You
it.
cry? You cry?
Niagara Falls. All right, 1987. What 1987 film was released in China with the title Celestial Destroyer?
Starship Troopers.
Incorrect. You're not going to get this one, so let me hear some funny answers.
Star
Space
Wars.
Invaders.
The last of the Mohicans.
Robot Chucks.
The Last Starfighter.
Celestial Destroyer.
Celestial Destroyer.
Passion of the Christ.
Celestial
What's that one?
Destroyer. Incorrect. That's a good guess, though. I have no idea why this.
Batman.
I have no idea why this is called this, but that film is Lethal Weapon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense to me.
Not very celestial, I don't think.
Yeah. Who's Celestial in the movie? There's not even like a priest or anything. Yeah, whatever. 2009. What 2009 film was released in Brazil with the title "If You Drink, Don't Marry"?
What year?
2009. If you drink, don't marry. Good advice.
Anger Management.
Incorrect.
Leaving Las Vegas.
The Hangover?
Incorrect. The Hangover's correct. Kyle gets a point.
God.
Yay.
Okay, this one is a little bit different.
Good
I'm
job.
going to give you two titles for the same movie. One is real, one is fake. Each of you will tell me which one is real. Okay? Was the 1978 film Animal House released in Germany with the title I Think a Horse is Kicking Me, or in Ireland with the title Boys vs. Men? Brent, which one do you think is correct?
I think a horse is kicking me.
Is correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle, what do you think? I think a horse is kicking
Ireland.
me. You think that Boys versus Men is correct?
Yes.
Okay. Scott, what do you think?
I'll go Boy versus Men.
Scott's going with Kyle and Boys versus Men. Brent gets the point. I think a horse is kicking me is the title for Animal House in Germany.
Come on.
Doggone it.
Animal House. You. Everybody loved that in the 70s. They're like, hey, we're all like in a frat. Go ahead.
All right. At the end of meetings and failures meetings, Scott has a very small lead with 6 points. Kyle and Brent right on his heels with 5 points apiece. Kyle and Brent, you guys are sticking together, man. For the buddy cop movie over here.
Yeah, we decided to get the same score as an act of friendship.
Frankie Valli was doing that song. I'm like, what? Cause he did
This game is called Soundtrack Blues.
I'm glad you're singing, Scott, because this next game is called Soundtrack Blues. I'll be listing 3 songs that are either performed or featured within a film, and you'll have to guess which film soundtrack the 3 songs come from. We've had some problems with the rules of this game, so I've now officially changed so you can shout out the answer whenever you know it, as soon as you know it. Brent, do you want a soundtrack from 1996 or 2003?
96.
1996. Anyone can answer at any point. Here's 3 songs from a film from 1996. 1996.
Oh.
The Lord is a Monkey, performed by the Butthole Surfers. 2 Cool Guys, performed by Isaac Hayes. Love Roller Coaster, performed by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Beavis and Butthead Do America.
That's correct. Brink gets the point. It was Beavis and Butthead Do America.
It's on
Big
tip
fan
of
of
my
that
tongue.
movie, I presume?
Yes, I am. I haven't watched the
Great
new one
movie.
yet.
I watched the new one. It's all right. It's not it's not great, but I enjoyed it. I got some
me too.
entertainment out of it.
I need to do that.
Kyle, do you want a soundtrack from 2003 or 2004?
Bob's
2003,
Burgers.
please.
Okay, here's a soundtrack from a film from 2003. Skeletons of Quinto, performed by the Folksmen. The Good Book Song,
A Mighty
performed
Wind.
by... That's correct. Kyle gets the point.
I just watched
Never-
that.
Yeah. The third one was a Kiss at the End of the Rainbow, performed by Mitch and Mickey.
Batman.
It's a mighty win, Scott. A movie that you love. You've told me so many times that you love.
Oh my God! I cry every time I see that.
Jesus fucking Christ, Scott. God damn it.
No, at the end when they do that, you know that when they like
when they kiss. Yeah.
Oh God, come on! If you ain't crying on that, you ain't got no emotions.
Scott, do you want a soundtrack from 2004 or 2007?
God, I wish I was a little bit younger. 2004.
2004. Here's a soundtrack from a film from 2004. Caring is Creepy, performed by The Shins. Don't Panic, performed by Coldplay.
I know, yep.
Such Great Heights, performed by Iron and Wine.
I know the actors, and I can't think of the friggin' title of the movie, but give me 5 seconds.
Oh,
think about it.
I know it. Garden State.
Garden State's correct. Brent gets a point.
That was it.
Okay, here's a soundtrack from a movie from 2007.
I never saw that movie.
Garden State?
Soundtrack. That's how the Shins got their. That's how the Shins made their move.
Yeah, that's how they exploded. Yeah, Shin. Okay, here's a soundtrack from a movie from 2007. No Place Like London, performed by the cast. Pretty Women, performed by the cast. The Worst Pies in London, performed by the cast.
Love Actually?
Incorrect. No Place Like London, Pretty Women, The Worst Pies in London, all performed by the cast.
Pretty Woman?
Incorrect. It's a musical. I'll give you a little
I know it too. The Barber of Butcher Street or something like that.
I need a full title.
See? The Demon of Barber Street.
I need a full title.
Come on,
you can get it, Scott. Come on.
I'm trying.
I'm surprised no one else has said it. Do you not know this movie?
I can't. I don't know the full title.
All right. Well,
Johnny
Scott,
Depp was in the movie.
Yeah. One last try, Scott.
The Barber of Butcher Street.
Nope. That film is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Yeah.
No points. This is a soundtrack from a film from 2002.
Jaws.
We Want Fun, performed by Andrew WK. Flesh into Gear, performed by CKY. If You're Gonna Be Dumb, performed by Roger Allen Wade.
Jackass?
I need a full title.
Jackass, the movie?
That's correct. Kyle, what's the point?
All right.
Damn it.
Today's VHS was the correct answer. All right, the end of Soundtrack Blues. Kyle and Brent have jumped over Scott. They both have 7 points. Scott has 6 points.
I believe that. These are like tongue twisters. I mean, I'm just like
tied
sitting there
for first place.
As getting older, you're like it's there, and it's kind of like a Jason Robards Magnolia type. Like, you know, he says it's there, and it's like this is things that you don't want to get when you get older. Like you know it, but you just can't get it.
Right. Your memory is failing. I get it. I understand.
Ugh.
This game is called Advised Discretion.
This game is advised discretion. I will be outlining the content warnings using a website that reviews various films through the Christian viewpoint. So a website reviews films and how it relates to Christians, and I'm going to tell you what their content warnings are, and you have to tell me what movie I'm talking about. Okay? Anybody can guess at any time.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
This is from a film from 2008. Very confused and eclectic or mixed pagan, philosophical, and political perspectives ending on a relativistic, deconstructionist truth does not matter sentiment, with some strong moral references to good versus evil, the mindless destructiveness of total evil. 8 mostly light obscenities, such as
the Da Vinci Code.
Incorrect.
Children of the Corn.
Incorrect. Use of the H word and 4 profanities, 3 of which are exclamatory.
End of days.
Correct. Very strong and intense action violence and threats of violence, but very little blood or gore actually shown except for a few notable exceptions. Thus, people are constantly beat up, people are shot through the head. Fairly mild discussions of sex. One person, incorrect. Though one person is remembered for being interrupted while having sexual relations, and another mostly dressed couple is interrupted in a bedroom. Upper partial
Harlem.
Lots of alcohol use. One man drinks to get drunk and avoid responsibility. Criminal activity, and hero decides to lie to solve plot problem, and police commissioner agrees with him.
Yeah, it's with John Goodman and
that's all I've got. It's from 2008.
Al Pacino. Sea of Love.
Incorrect. That film is The Dark Knight.
What?
That one was rough.
This game is called Mergers and Acquisitions.
The next game is called Mergers and Acquisitions. I'll be giving each of you separately the titles of 2 films. Your job is to combine the plots into one cohesive movie. I'll give out points as I see fit. Brent, your film is Island of Dr. Moreau and Detective Pikachu. You need to merge Island of Dr. Moreau and Detective Pikachu into one movie. What do you got?
Oy, oy.
Oy vey.
Yeah, no, I'm not thinking too well. It's way too hot in here. I gotta get out of here.
All right, Brent's giving up.
He's tapped out.
Brent has walked off.
He's gonna come in your room. Lock the door, Shay. He's coming in. Hello?
Maybe he's going to come back with a really great answer.
We've never had a contestant quit before. He was in the lead. Tied in the lead.
Well, all right, looks like we're going to have to go to second place, default.
All right, Kyle.
This could be maybe like a B-side.
All right, Kyle, I've got 2 movies for you that you need to merge into one movie.
Okay.
Your 2 films are Titanic and Mr. Magoo.
Okay, so there's this big ship. It's the unsinkable ship. And all these people are sailing across the ocean to find a new world. And they put the oldest man on the crew in charge of spotting icebergs. It happened to be Mr. Magoo. So Mr. Magoo is going to have one last day to retirement. And he goes to look for the icebergs. And then all of a sudden, he's all fucked up in the head. And he doesn't report it, and you know the rest.
Leslie Nielsen.
It's a pretty good plot. So he does end up sinking the Titanic. What happens after the iceberg strikes the ship? Where do you go?
It's interesting. The everyone who normally died in the Titanic dies, and everyone who got saved got saved. Mr. Magoo transformed into some sort of fish-like character and did manage to make it back to shore. And then
these are just was there toxic waste
by local fishermen.
Interesting. All right, that's a plot. Scott, are you ready for your 2 films?
Yep.
Who plays Mr. Magoo in your film, Kyle?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt plays Mr. Magoo. It's not really quite too bumbling.
Well, there's, it's one of those nutty professor type roles where.
Who plays the boat captain?
Boat captain, well, that's played by Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's the boat captain of this giant monstrosity boat. Okay, do you have a title?
It's called Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo. Okay, Brent, welcome back. Do you got a plot for us?
No.
Did you... Scott, your 2 films are Training Day and Unforgiven are your films, Scott. Let me hear a plot that combines those 2 films.
So a guy shows up in a brand new Ford Bronco, and he walks into a bar, and then a guy shows up and says, "Hey, I like that Ford Bronco." And then he takes him in the Ford Bronco, and they start driving around throughout this Westworld type place. And then the guy's like, "Hey, you can't be doing that." And the guy says, "Yeah, I can." The other guy says, "No, I can't." And the other guy says, "Yeah, I can." And then Denzel Washington gets to the end of the Bronco when they're pulling up, and he's like, "King Kong's got nothing on me." They both get out of the Bronco and they say, "We're King Kong." So then it's King Kong and Godzilla staring at Denzel Washington. And then the battle ensues.
I'd watch it.
Who wins? Who wins between Godzilla and King Kong? They got to fight, right? Who wins? Washington wins?
Denzel always wins.
Denzel always wins, no matter what he's facing. So if he's facing Jesus Christ, Denzel wins.
These days, yes.
Okay. All right, Brett, you got a plot yet?
I mean, well, something off the top of my head, I guess. We reprised Marlon Brando. And instead of the little animal experiments, he's actually trying to make We're still gonna have the real Pokemon world that was in Detective Pikachu. But
Okay.
what is going on? Obviously, it's still gonna be the island of Moreau. He's had to change his name by now because no one else would grant him an island after that. So, what he's trying to think, Garbage Pail Kids meets like Human Centipede. He's actually trying to turn human beings into Pokemon-like creatures.
What 2 movies to put together.
And then Detective Pikachu comes to try to break all this up. Ryan Reynolds, we reprise Ryan Reynolds, and I even want to get it's Val Kilmer, right? In the that was
He was
a
in
remake.
there. No, the Island of Dr. Moreau.
Val Kilmer's in there, yeah.
But that's a remake, right?
No, it's the one with Marlon Brando.
I thought there was one
And
even before
Val
that.
Kilmer's in it.
Yeah, they're both in it.
So yeah, I just want to see Val Kilmer in something, even though we have to regenerate his voice now.
Right. So Val Kilmer plays the Dr. Moreau role this time around. That's actually
it's Marlon Brando.
It's still Marlon Brando. Okay.
Yeah.
What is Val Kilmer doing? He plays the voice of Squirtle.
Sure. No, Val Kilmer was gonna be Phil Kilmer. He's the guy that helps Pikachu in this one.
Oh, so he's playing like the kid role in this one?
Well, I mean, an adult, but yeah.
Okay, just describe the most fucked up human Pokemon hybrid that we see.
Oh man, I don't know Pokemon that well. The one with 3 heads.
Mewtwo?
No, one with 3 heads.
Doesn't that 3 heads?
Ghastly?
Oh, the Executor?
Bulbasaur.
Bono.
You guys losing me on these.
All right.
Snorlax.
Snorlax has 1 head. All right. I'm going to give Brent
Hey, wait,
a
hold on.
point for those pitches.
Hey, but while we're talking about this, this is one that I've always wanted to happen real quick, and it'll be. Do you guys ever see the movie Porky's?
Yeah, I've seen the movie Porky's.
Did you ever see it? They made 4 movies of Porky's. This one was the best thing I ever thought of. Like, you're like, God damn, you really ain't thinking. But listen, this has been a great. Imagine doing Porky's now, like Porky's today, and you take like all those characters are like the hottest rappers, and they're going to high school, and wherever they're at, if you remember Porky's, remember at the end, and like the big fat guy is Porky's, like, you son of a bitches, it comes like this.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
But check this out. This would be great. And it'd be like, wow, because you don't know. You put Eminem in prosthetics like Fat Porky, and they do a rap battle at the end, and Porky beats them all in the rap battle.
That's your whole pitch?
No, but I mean, because the thing is, man, that was when you leave, like, I could not believe that was Eminem in all those prosthetics. He's got like the fat suit and the.
It's just okay.
He's Porky. He's Porky because
like
nostalgic, and it's like Eminem's Porky.
This game is called Dreamcast.
We're gonna do 1 round of Dreamcast really quick. Don't know if you guys know this, but Chris Hemsworth is making a movie where he plays Hulk Hogan in WWF in the 1980s. So we're gonna cast the rest of that movie. Brent, who would you cast as Ultimate Warrior in a WWF 1980s movie?
Oh boy, Batista.
Kyle, what do you think?
Martin Short.
Martin Short. Scott, what do you think? Ultimate Warrior, who plays him?
He's going to have to bulk up. The Odenkirk guy, Better Call Saul.
Bob Odenkirk. Okay, Jake the Snake Roberts. All right, Kyle, Jake the Snake Roberts, who do you think?
Janine Garofalo.
Janine Garofalo.
Well, he took my answer. Hold on.
Who's playing Jake the Snake, Scott? You love wrestling. I know you've been thinking about this for years. Who would you
my whole
cast
life? God, who would be
Roberts?
Jake the Snake Roberts? Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
I'm Keanu Reeves.
He'd be good.
Keanu Reeves.
He'd be a good one.
Randy Savage. Who are you casting?
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
I'd go with
Scott?
Eminem.
Eminem. Got Eminem on the brain. Brent, Macho Man. Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah.
Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler as Randy Macho Man Savage. All right, Ted DiBiase.
I wish you say Bobby the Brain Heenan, because I've got one that would be like.
Okay, fine. We'll change. Let's do Bobby the Brain Heenan then.
If you guys close your eyes right now, you're like, you know what? I can actually see that.
Who is
Jonah
it?
Hill.
Jonah Hill as Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley, Kyle says. Brent, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Ed McMahon.
Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
And our last one is Roddy Piper. Brent, who plays Roddy Piper? With Chris Hemsworth as Hogan, who plays his ultimate rival?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. Kyle?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
No. Yeah, she might. That might work.
To Martin Short's Ultimate Warrior. Scott, who do you think for Roddy Piper?
Oh, that's easy. Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson as Roddy Piper. Okay, for Ultimate Warrior, we have Batista, Martin Short, Bob Odenkirk. For Jake the Snake Roberts, we have Keanu Reeves, Janine Garofalo, and Burt Reynolds. For Macho Man Randy Savage, we have Amy Poehler, Vincent Price, Eminem. For Bobby the Brain Heenan, we have Ed McMahon, Mick Foley, and Jonah Hill. For Roddy Piper, we have Tobey Maguire, Ariana Grande, and Johnny Carson. For Ultimate Warrior, I'm going to choose Bob Odenkirk. That's a point for Scott. For Jake the Snake Roberts, I'm going to give it to Keanu Reeves. That's a point for Brent. For Randy the Macho Man Savage, I'm going to go to Vincent Price. That's Kyle's point.
It's a good one.
For Bobby the Brain Heenan, I'm going to go with Jonah Hill, which is Scott's point. And for Roddy Piper, I'm going to go with Tobey Maguire, which was Brent's point. So our cast for a WWF 1980s movie would have Bob Odenkirk as Ultimate Warrior, Keanu Reeves as Jake the Snake Roberts, Vincent Price as Randy the Macho Man Savage, Jonah Hill would be playing Bobby the Brain Heenan, and Tobey Maguire would play Roddy Piper. That's a pretty good cast. That's definitely going to win an Oscar. Right, guys?
All-star.
All-star. We have a winner. All hail Brent with a score of 10 to Kyle's 8 and Scott's 8.
Wow, good job, Brent.
Congrats.
Points. Back on top.
Brent, this is your first win since episode 3, I believe. Yeah. You have 3 wins now to match Adam's
I
3.
think I have it already.
You're taking Jackass the movie home on VHS.
And maybe I could borrow it sometime.
Well, I'm with the autograph.
I got 2 copies.
I'm gonna have to encase it.
That's all for Filmwar. We have a new champion. All hail Brent. They're taking home a VHS copy of Jackass the movie. Follow us on Twitter and Snapchat at the Filmwar, on Instagram at the Filmwar Pod, and on our subreddit at r/Filmwar. If you have a new game idea, we'd love to hear it. Send it our way. You can also watch our episodes on YouTube. Any last words, gentlemen?
Remember to be yourself.
Always.
We'll see you next week. Until then, Godspeed.
Filmwar, a 1,000-yard stare production.